Hi, I'm Shine, and this is Divine Shine Tarot with your monthly love and career reading for my Scorpios, Sun or Rising in March 2025. I'll leave the timestamps down below. I hope this reading finds you at a helpful time. Remember, these readings are for entertainment purposes only. If anything resonates, please let me know in the comments. Also, leave me questions or suggestions for readings you'd like to see from me in the future. I'm raising funds to purchase medical equipment, so I appreciate any donations or shiny items you care to gift from my Amazon and Etsy list linked below, if you're inspired, but not required. Now, I ask that the Spirit step forward to divinely guide my vision and messaging for these love and career readings. Let's get started. Spirit, what's happening in my Scorpio's love life this month? What are they experiencing? What should they prepare for in their love life for the rest of March? Well, that was quick. Wow. We have the Seven of Wands. So you may be defensive over a relationship that you developed, Scorpio, or this at the very least indicates something combative. You may be arguing with someone that you love. You have the Star card, which indicates hope, faith, calmness. A good card to have after the conflict and combat card. You would like to hopefully arrive at a calmer state. The Fool. So this is someone that doesn't have baggage, someone that is ready for whatever, someone that is innocent and perhaps even a little naive, ready to take on any adventure and not necessarily proceeding with caution or considering all the consequences. And then the last one you got here is the Hermit card, which indicates a time of withdrawal and solitude for self-reflection and perhaps even spiritual awareness. You may have gotten out of something that you want to take some time to yourself to reevaluate how you felt about that relationship or check in with yourself about what you think you want to work on before entering another relationship. Let's pull one more card here for you, Scorpio. Nine of Wands. Wow. So actually, I had started your reading and realized that it wasn't recording, but this card was the first that came out previously. And the Nine of Wands indicates a sense of perseverance and resilience to protect something that you worked hard to develop. So maybe there is a relationship that you are very invested in, that you worked hard on, that you would like to see it through, see it overcome any potential obstacles. But let's get some clarification on if this is really worth fighting for, Scorpio. Let's see what the cards are saying about this relationship. Spirit, please clarify this love life reading for my Scorpio. Please help clarify this love life reading for the rest of March for my Scorpio. Wow. Those cards flew out as well. So, Ace of Swords. This says mental clarity, breakthroughs, new ideas, logic, sharp mind, surgery, power. So you may be stepping into your power or using your power, using your clear state of mind, coming into a new idea or new perspective on this relationship. And the Page of Swords. So this indicates an energy that is very curious. It says restless, energetic, talkative, new ideas, curiosity, thirst for knowledge. Is there something that you're trying to find out about this relationship, Scorpio? Scorpios are master investigators, so I wouldn't be surprised if you're trying to get down to the bottom of something. Then you got the Four of Wands, and this card indicates stability, family, celebrations, friendship, community, homecoming, harmony, reunion. Are you maybe reconnecting with someone from your past or someone who's a family friend, someone from your existing network? Let's see if the following cards will clarify it. So this card is the Queen of Wands, and she is a spicy. She's super courageous. It says confidence, enthusiasm, courage, independence, determination, focused, joy, and warmth. Could this be you? Are you a very outgoing Scorpio, as most can be, or is this the person that you're attracted to? Are you maybe the Hermit, someone who's more withdrawn, and so the opposite attracts the person that's more outgoing and vivacious? Is the person that you may be reconnecting with, or that you may be finding this personality to reapproach them to consider building a relationship with them again? In the case that you guys may have some history that you may be looking to preserve and salvage and see if it could work. Let's get some more. Oh, exhaustion, burnout. This is the Four of Swords. So this is, along with the Seven of Wands, definitely showing that there is something here that is quite a bit of a effort. It takes quite a bit of effort or a fight, a struggle, a battle to keep this relationship afloat. So this Four of Swords in reverse says exhaustion, burnout, restlessness, ready for action, stress, stuck. That is once again making me feel like this may be referencing someone from your past. For you to be feeling stuck would indicate that maybe, again, there may be some history there already, and Maybe this is the state that you want to be in, where you want to be no baggage, free, starting fresh. Or that person may be in this energy, which may be attractive for you at this time, Scorpio, which may be what is giving you this idea to give it another chance. Let's see if the cards continue to clarify that for us. This is the Emperor in reverse. And so this says domination, excessive control, inflexibility, reckless, lack of discipline, stubborn. There's someone in this relationship that is stubborn and maybe not listening to the signs that are in front of them or you, Scorpio, that are indicating that this may be more trouble than it's worth. If it's a relationship with someone that is argumentative, that you constantly have to battle things out with or fight to keep things afloat. Although this does indicate that you're almost there, since this is a 9 and the 10 indicates the completion of a cycle, this may not necessarily be worth reviving. So let's pull out one more card here for you, Scorpio. Okay, we have the 7 of Swords in reverse, and that indicates revelation, freedom, being caught, punishment, rethinking approach. So 2 ways to interpret this. Maybe you find out some truth about this person that you're considering a relationship with that allows you to reconsider this relationship, if you want to have this in your life or not. Or someone may be caught in some lie, some betrayal that allows you to have the clarity of mind to make a better decision about this relationship, Scorpio. So if these cards resonate for you, this is indicating to me that if you proceed with this relationship, it will be challenging, conflictive, somewhat of an exhaustive effort, maybe even a burden to try to make it work. Ultimately, it's up to you to make that decision on if you want to really reapproach this relationship or reapproach your thinking of this relationship with someone who may be stubborn and exhaustive to you. Let's get a final message out for you, Scorpio. Spirit, what advice or final message do you have for my Scorpio's love life for the rest of March? Let's get some advice or a final message for Scorpio for the next 4 to 6 weeks in this love life reading, Spirit. Have kindred. This says tribe, ancestry, chosen family. So you may be called to lean on your tribe, your community, your network, your support system at this time, Scorpio, to get a better perspective or additional perspectives on if you really need to rekindle this relationship in your life. We got forgive and release. So this is asking you, is it time to release and heal? Do you maybe need to close this chapter, close and release, forgive and release either yourself or whoever may have hurt you or challenged you or confused you? Time to heal and release that in order to move forward in a positive direction. Let's get more clarity on these cards for you. So the message of this kindred card, it says, our kindred are our people, our animals, friends, homies, family, chosen family, and tribe. This may also include our ancestors, our star family, and beyond. There are those of us who thrive in groups and others who prefer solitude, but we all have kindred. We are all kindred. This is a card about support systems, about taking care of each other in a respectful way. It is important that each of us has the room to become an independent person without the undue influence of others. We must each have the freedom to be able to exert our free will. As we learn to respect each person in our lives, we become part of a beautiful support system that uplifts each other, allowing everyone the space to grow into their potential. When this card comes up for you, it is prompting you to reflect on those in your life that you consider kindred. How are they in service to you, and do you show appreciation and respect for that service? Are you in service to your people in a way that respects your boundaries and theirs? Pay attention if one is taking advantage of another and take steps to remedy that. Okay, Scorpio. So at the end there, it did speak about boundaries, and it also largely spoke about my original interpretation, which is connecting with your support system, even if you are the kind of person that prefers solitude instead of large groups and socializing. You still have at least 1 or 2 people in your life that you consider a loved one and whose opinion you value. So tapping in with them at this time that you are maybe thinking of reigniting romance, or if this could even be love with a friend, you're thinking of rekindling some connection, some love or emotional connection with someone that maybe has a turbulent history and may not necessarily be the best for you. It may not be what you need to grow, and especially if you hope to be more light and have less baggage in your life, if you're looking for a fresh start, revisiting that chapter may not really give you the growth and the fresh start and change that you seek. So it may be time to forgive and release. And then with this forgive and release card, the message is guilt and anger act as slow poisons in the body, mind, and spirit. Forgiveness is truly one of the most effective medicines for healing aspects of self, including disease of the physical self. When you hold on to anger, hate, or other toxic emotions, you're actually re-traumatizing yourself on an ongoing basis, both consciously and subconsciously, by maintaining this frequency in your aura. It's like a low hum that is being broadcast into your life. This card is asking you to explore the possibility of using the medicine of forgiveness and release in your life in big or small ways. Forgiveness isn't actually done for the other person. It is done for your healing. The act of forgiveness is first and foremost an act of release, of no longer holding on to a toxic frequency. It is the understanding and acceptance that what has happened cannot be undone, but that you are ready to let go of its hold on you. You no longer want to be defined by what has happened in the past, no matter how wrong it was. Scorpio, this also came up in your reading already when we got the Four of Wands, and I mentioned that this may perhaps establish some ideals that you have around what relationships and family should look like, and you may be holding on to that ideal that may not necessarily match the relationship that you had or want to have with someone. So this is asking you to release that so that the toxicity and poison of the past doesn't continue to affect you in your future. Accept the revelations and the truths of who this person is and what they contribute to your life, so that you'll be able to release it and forgive both them for not measuring up to what you need, as well as yourself for maybe not seeing things sooner and investing time in them after you maybe in hindsight wish you didn't. I wish you well in that, Scorpio. And that is the monthly love reading for Scorpio, Sun or Rising for March 2025. Now, let's move on to your career reading. Spirit, what's happening in my Scorpio's career and finances this month? What are they experiencing? What should Scorpio prepare for in their career and finances for the rest of March? Let's get some cards out for Scorpio's career and finances. Wow, that flew out. We have the Eight of Swords. You're feeling stuck or trapped somewhere that you maybe stayed longer than you should have, may even feel isolated. You have a tough decision to make with this Two of Swords, Scorpio. Three of Wands indicates looking to see the results of something that you worked on or invested in. Let's get some more cards out. You have the Three of Pentacles. So that is colleagues, maybe some teamwork. You guys were working on a project together, or something here related to conflict may have something to do with your colleagues. I'll get one more out. Ooh, Nine of Swords. So anxiety, fears, depression, perhaps even some insomnia. So this conflict is definitely weighing heavily on you, Scorpio. Let's get some clarification on that. Spirit, please clarify this career and finance reading for my Scorpios. Please help clarify this career and finance reading for Scorpio for the rest of March. Let's get some clarification cards for the next 4 to 6 weeks of March. So you have the Seven of Pentacles, which is similar to the Three of Wands in that you have invested time, energy, and effort in something, and now you are waiting to see the results. This card advises you to be patient. The King of Wands in reverse, which indicates impulsiveness, ruthless, unachievable expectations, stubborn, opinionated. So this card may be asking you to be careful about rushing into a decision, or you may be dealing with someone that has some of these unfavorable characteristics, such as being stubborn, opinionated, and ruthless. But the unachievable expectations could be asking you to be more realistic in your considerations with this decision related to your career and finances. You have the Tower card in reverse. This is a Scorpio card due to it having the planet Mars, the Scorpio planet. But in reverse, the Tower means fear of changes, averting disaster, stormy time, restlessness, collapse. There may be some destruction or disaster that you are trying to avoid at this time, Scorpio, that is keeping you in this state of being somewhat stuck and definitely feeling anxious and fearful. So this is reinforcing what we saw in the Nine of Swords, that you are fearful of some changes, some destruction to come. But the positive about the Tower card being in reverse is that you do have the hope and the time to perhaps avert the disaster. It doesn't mean that it's definitely going to happen. Most likely, there may be something that you can do to avoid it. Oof, the Magician in reverse. Someone who is manipulative, perhaps even a narcissist. So this says manipulation, poor planning, untapped talents, insecure, lack of confidence, narcissism. This might be somebody that you're working with that has these characteristics that makes it hard for you to deal with. Someone who's stubborn, opinionated, manipulative. Poor planning indicates maybe not very organized. So if you are the person that is more organized and planning and looking to see projects to completion, but not really seeing the results and the rewards of that, or investing your efforts and ideas in a job or entrepreneurial idea and not seeing the results, there may be some obstructive characters that are not necessarily complementary to teamwork, to getting things done. And so you're left waiting to see the results of your labor, looking to see the fruits of the seeds you've planted. Then you have the Strength card in reverse. So you may be feeling self-doubt, weakness, insecure, low energy, raw emotions, struggling with pride at this time. Scorpio, this environment, this work environment may have challenged your self-esteem and caused you to doubt your perception or your abilities. So if this is indeed a work environment that you're already in, this may not be the best place to stay long term. And then you have the Six of Pentacles in reverse, which indicates debt, unfairness, selfishness, power, and domination. Oh, I'm sorry, Scorpio. These are tough cards. This is painting the picture of a somewhat toxic work environment that's not very fulfilling. As much as you pour into it, you're not getting much out of it because you have some people and some elements of the job that may be discouraging, and the lack of fulfillment in the job is really affecting your mental state, your emotions, and your esteem. Let's get one more card out for you, Scorpio. You got the Judgment card in reverse. This says indecision, false judgment, self-doubt, again, reinforcing what we saw here in the Strength card in reverse. Self-doubt, destruction, as we saw here in the Tower card, inner critic, lack of self-awareness. You may be really beating yourself up at this time, Scorpio, and this seems like this is something that you're really trying to make it work, but it seems like it's keeping you in a bad place, and there may be some inevitable change or reconstruction that is needed. So while you may be trying to avert this change, maybe the loss of a job, it may be necessary to get you out of a bad situation, to get you out of feeling this anxiety and fear and worry, and get you into something healthier. Something's telling me to pull a few more cards for you. Okay, so here we have that Three of Pentacles again, but this time it's in reverse, which indicates disharmony, isolation, unskilled, misalignment, group conflict, lack of teamwork. So where we got this Three of Pentacles earlier on in your reading, now we're getting it in reverse. And this, as I originally thought, indicates that there's some conflict related to colleagues that you're supposed to be doing teamwork with, but the lack of teamwork may be unfairly putting more on your shoulders or causing you to look like you are not contributing as much as you really are because of other people not pulling their weight, doing their fair share. Let's keep going here. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Lots of pentacles in this reading, which is appropriate for a career and finance reading. This says unreliable, bored, work without reward, perfectionism, lazy. So here with the Three of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles, we already established that you are perhaps in a state where you're looking to see the benefits of your labor, the fruits of your labor, the benefits of hard work. But this is reinforcing that there is work without reward. This is not a very rewarding job or work environment or project that you're working on. And that may be hard for you to deal with if you are the type that's a perfectionist, or you might be dealing with lazy coworkers that, again, are not pulling their fair share of the weight, not upholding their fair share of the responsibilities. Let's pull one more. Let's try this pile. Whoa, we got the Devil, but it's in reverse. So that's actually positive. This says releasing limited beliefs, ending of an unpleasant experience, recovery, sexual attraction. Maybe not applicable in this career and finance reading, but the unpleasant experience, ending of an unpleasant experience, that brings me back to the Tower, that you may be fearing and avoiding the ending of this job, this career, this opportunity, whatever it is that you're working on, but it may be actually for the best. It may be better for you to walk out the door, explore other opportunities, cut your losses, because it will bring this unpleasant experience to an end, since it does look like it's a hostile environment. Let's wrap this clarification layer up. So you got the Eight of Pentacles, which indicates hard, meaningful work. So you may be a hard worker by nature, or you may be at this time looking to build your skills to prepare for another job opportunity, since this says education, detail, perseverance, diligence, passion, skill development, and mastery. And this Eight of Pentacles next to the Knight of Pentacles is, again, referencing some sense of perfectionism. So you might be too good for the place that you're at. You might be more skilled, more detail-oriented, more hardworking than the place that you're currently working at can appreciate or rewards. So you may be better off upskilling, developing skills to present yourself in different spaces and take advantage of different new job opportunities. And then you got the Hanged Man, which asks you to take a time to surrender and let go, let the universe guide you. So it says pause, surrender, letting go, enlightenment, new vision, release, change of perspective. So letting go of this job, opportunity, creative project, whatever it is, letting go of that will allow you to see things differently and to receive a new and better opportunity. So you're being asked to surrender. If this tower moment, if this destruction or reconstruction is meant to happen, this card is encouraging you to let it happen. The universe may be on your side here. So Scorpio, in this overview, as stated before, you may be currently having to make the really tough decision to perhaps leave a work environment that seems to be pretty toxic and hostile, with colleagues that are perhaps not very helpful, maybe even working against you, and leadership that may be too stubborn to listen to the complaints and concerns that you may have raised, which is causing a bit of self-doubt and causing you to even doubt if you should remain in this position or this company. You're concerned about debt or the financial aspect of needing to keep some income and not wanting to just step out on a limb without having something stable set up. So you've been fighting to hold on to this job, even if it's a toxic work environment, but it seems that there is something in the universe that's trying to direct you to a change, and hopefully you are tapping into the message to work on some skills, take on some education, or refine some existing skills. Maybe it's sprucing up a portfolio, maybe it's completing a certification course, maybe it's viewing some how-to videos on YouTube, something for you to polish your skills so that you're able to consider another job, work, entrepreneurial business opportunity that would be a more favorable environment and where you can apply your attention to detail and perfectionism in a place that's more appreciative, not something that tears you down and causes you to doubt yourself or leaves you waiting to see some rewards and results for your hard work. Surrender to the universe and allow yourself to possibly make room for something better in your life. Although it may be challenging up front, you'll be better off in the long run than staying in something that is somewhat self-harming. Let's get a final message out here for you, Scorpio. Spirit, what advice or final message do you have for my Scorpio's career and finances for the rest of March? Oh, that was quick. Okay, so we have the Weaver. I believe this card means that you are in control of your life. You have the power, the tools, the skills, similar to the Magician upright. You are able to manifest and weave the threads of your life as you wish your life to be. And then you got the Speak the Truth card. So this may be asking you to not only speak the truth to power, perhaps to be heard about some concerns and complaints in your current job, but also speak truth to yourself. Be honest with yourself about how conducive is this work environment to your life. If it is costing you peace of mind and mental health and self-esteem, then maybe it is not the best place to continue to invest your efforts in. In the short term, it may lead to some financial loss, but in the long term, you may gain a lot more than you are losing at this time. And let's pull a couple more cards out for you. Oh, wow. We have Take a Risk and Destruction. Wow, very relevant to this reading. Let's get some clarifications on these cards for you, Scorpio. So the first card you got was the Weaver. The message here is, the Weaver is the master of their destiny. Each one of us has thousands of threads that, when combined, weave the fabric of our life. We can braid, nurture, or sever any strand at any time, and in doing so, we are the Weaver. This card urges you to take inventory of all the threads active within your life at this moment. What needs to happen moving forward? Which ones need to grow stronger? Which ones need to be cut? What actions can you take to tend the threads of your fate? That is very relevant to the decision-making process, where you have to take inventory of what value does this job environment really bring to your life, and what can you do to create a change that works better for you, Scorpio. Then you got this Speak Truth card. This card is asking you to tap into what needs to be brought out of you. It extends beyond speaking and into embodying. What truth of yours needs form? Your soul, heart, and body are always trying to communicate with you. Maybe you find yourself mysteriously drawn to a subject, art form, or genre. Maybe you realize you are buying every purple thing you see. All of these things, whether small or large, are our heart's longing. It is an ember of our truth trying to light within us. In order to nurture that flame, we must breathe life into it, embody it, speak it, embrace it. Tap into your truth in any way you can, and give it power by naming it however you feel called to name it. So Scorpio, that brings me to the Eight of Pentacles that showed you working hard on something meaningful or studying something that you enjoy or that you want to refine and get better at or learn about. This Speak Truth card is asking you to tap in with what it is that you really enjoy doing or would like to do, and that will help you direct yourself to that and create this change in job and work environment to something more ideal and harmonious. And with this Take Risk card, it says, risks are personal to each one of us. To some, climbing a mountain doesn't feel risky. To others, having a conversation with a stranger does. What has been calling you that you have been afraid to do? Comfort kills growth. It is important that we regularly do things that push the envelope, that make us feel nervous, apprehensive, and uneasy, with the exception of physical danger. This card is asking you to take the plunge and do the thing that intimidates you. Trust that the net will appear after you jump. Wow, Scorpio, this is encouraging you to take the chance. Leave this toxic environment. That will open up the doors for something that's possibly better. Take a risk. Of course, prepare yourself, study, prepare, spruce up the resume, speak to different people offering different opportunities, expand, but put yourself out there. Take a risk. Make the change. Better than overstaying in an unhealthy environment that's possibly causing you more harm in the long run. And finally, you have the Destruction card. So the message here says, this card indicates that a choice must be made. It asks you, what needs to die today? Maybe it is a limiting belief, an old inherited pattern, or a toxic relationship. Whatever it is time to let it go. Sometimes, once we identify what needs to go, it slips easily from us. Other times, it is a slow cycle of releasing and then loosening the grip of our attachment. Be kind to yourself in this process. We establish attachments to things that do not serve us, but knowing something doesn't serve us does not mean it is easy to let it go, especially if it has become a part of our identity. This process requires patience, practice, and self-compassion. Scorpio, these cards are hitting. First thing that came to mind is this Tower card that we got in the clarifiers, where there may be some destruction that you are fearful of and hoping to avoid, but this may be the best thing for you to release and start anew. And then this also brings me to the love reading. If that resonated with you, one of the closing advisement cards was to forgive and release and let go, which you also have advised here in the Hangman card, that is asking you to let go, release, whether it be in job, in your personal life, with some relationship. It seems like overall you are due for a change, Scorpio. You are in need of releasing something old in order to receive something new, and likely better. It's just time for you to take that risk and get out of what you may think is a comfort zone that you're currently finding comfort in because it's giving you enough to survive with. But there may be so much more on the other side of that, not just survival, but abundance. So I wish you well with getting yourself out of these situations if this resonates with you, Scorpio. So that is the March 2025 love and career reading for Scorpio, Sun or Rising, for what's to come in the next 4 to 6 weeks. Remember, these readings are for entertainment purposes only. Leave a comment if anything resonated, or let me know any readings you'd like to see me do in the future. Hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons for notifications of my weekly horoscope, pop culture, and celebrity readings. Donations and gifts are linked down below if you're inspired, but not required. I wish you all abundance and opulence. May divine light radiate through your life. Keep shining.